Can you check if I'm live? Tu peux checker? I can't access the chat on my Mac. Maybe I could open it with another browser. Yes, okay. Don't know what's wrong with my Chrome browser. Actually, it's like, can you guys hear the music? Okay, so I need to open the chat with Safari instead of Chrome. I don't know what's happening with Chrome. How are you guys tonight? So Vincent, he built, what did you build? I vibe coded something good, hear me out, an assistant for your vibe coding assistant that injects context. Hi Anna, how are you? Just trying to have a better setup. Oh, I see, I'm not connected. So I'm struggling with my chat setup in Chrome. I don't know why. I feel like I'm not connected anymore. So how are you guys tonight? So I can't send any message on the chat, but I can read the messages. So that's going to be, I think that's enough. How are you guys tonight? Is the camera like following me? Hi everyone, how are you? So for the ones who just arrived, we are like starting a live stream tonight. Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow, Majd. Thanks for the follow, Enzo. Hey, what are you making? We are building SaaS applications tonight. Like my setup is lagging tonight. Is it lagging like a lot? How are you, Bla? Thanks for the follow, Bla. Thanks for the follow, guys. I don't even have to speak. Like, is it because it's like Sunday evening? I'm getting followers just doing nothing. It's crazy. So here we are talking about all like tech related stuff, and we are building applications. We are not vibe coding actually. Hi Edo, how are you? Is it the first time you're on the stream? We are not vibe coding. We are building like SaaS software and mobile apps using like actual code. Flutter better. Hi BAH. I'm not a Flutter developer. I'd rather use React Native, but Flutter is great. Are you using AI for coding? Yes, but just like anyone now. I'm not vibe coding, but I'm still using AI. Building old school, like yes, I'm one of those crazy guys still writing code. Not vibe coding yet. How are you, Vincent? How was your day today? Can you guys press the like button so that we get to like 200 viewers just like yesterday? I'm really not into make automation stuff. I build applications. I'm not using like no code stuff. What is the name of the application? Well, tonight I'm not gonna build. Okay, so we're growing the stream. Thank you guys. Tonight I'm not gonna build like any SaaS live. I don't think so. I'm just gonna like have a chat with you. How are you, Yugi? Thanks for the follow. Can you guys help me get to like 250 viewers just like yesterday? So yesterday we did this crazy experiment. I spent, I think, 9 hours streaming live on TikTok. How are you, Alex? You see, Alex Levy, we're growing the channel like crazy now. So basically we have this living room setup tonight. Good, Cloud Code. Yes, I'm using Cloud, but not Cloud Code for the moment. How old are you, Ido? Thanks for the follow, Limitless. How are you, man? So yeah, maybe we should try Cloud Code live at some point. The thing is that I don't know if it's... have you guys tried Cloud Code? Because I have... right now, I don't have my Cloud Max plan anymore. So I have just like a premium, like pro Cloud plan. Can I use Cloud Code with this plan? I don't know. Is it better than Cursor, Yugi? Thanks for the follow, John. What AI do you use for your app building? I'm just using an LLM. I'm using Claude Opus most of the time. Is this Cursor? No, that's VS Code, man. So yesterday we had a 9-hour live stream on TikTok. I'm trying to grow my channel. Just gonna check my followers count. So we can use Cursor and we can use Cloud Code inside Cursor. So we could do that. Hello, I have a question. How much time does it take to code a full app? What kind of app do you want to build? Thanks for the follow, Oscar. Really depends on the scope of your application. Thanks for the follow, Only Smiles. It's funny because every time I put this like clickbait title on the live, like code to 1 million monthly revenue, and I get more viewers. What are your thoughts on Replits? I haven't used the Replit agent. Yes, I'm a software engineer. React Router 7 and Remix. I'm mostly using Next.js, but yes. Superbase, what's Superbase, man? Thanks for the follow, Buscas Relax. So now we have a new like setup. It's like a camera that's like following me with an AI tool, so I can just move and it works like magic. Makes the live stream a bit less boring. So what do you want to talk about, guys? Superbase, man. What's that cam tool? Just an AI-powered gimbal. Do you think AI will replace people who are coding? Maybe. Do you think AI is going to replace any worker, man? If I fail my coding license, what's a coding license? I quit and I become a worthless electrician. Well, being an electrician might be a very good bet for the future, man. Thanks for the follow, John Golat. So I just want to find my like followers count. Thanks for the follow, guys. So we have a crazy question tonight. For a social media app like Instagram or Snapchat, how much time does it take to code it entirely? I think it's going to take quite some time, you know. How many developers do you think they have at Instagram? Just for the Instagram app. It's crazy, just the infrastructure issues. Well, yesterday I was just showing how to deploy like a Node.js server easily with render. Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow, Ludo. Are you working full-time in a company? Well, I'm a freelance developer, but yes, at the moment I'm working full-time and as a freelance dev. How about you, Yugi? Can we just use Next.js also as backend? Why Nest.js? Well, you can have like several backends for one project. AI can't just build if it doesn't have the right context and directions. Well, now these AI tools are getting like much more powerful than a few months ago, so you can build quite a few things. But that's not a like vibe coding channel. Are there any crazy vibe coders here? So yesterday we had like 250 viewers during the 9-hour long live stream. But tonight I don't know if you can reach at least the 50 viewers threshold. Do you have a YouTube channel? Well, I just created it. So actually right now I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. So the YouTube is code_curfew. You can follow me because I'm gonna start creating content on the channel. If I find the energy to do it. The thing with creating YouTube videos is very time consuming. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of video editing. Are there any vibe coders here? I'm trying to understand what my audience looks like, because I know I have plenty of people working in tech. I don't know if I have like this new generation of this non-tech vibe coders who can ship plenty of applications very easily. Try Next.js without React. We've got a funny guy here. What SaaS are you building? Hi Vinton, I think you were here yesterday during the 9-hour stream. So at the moment, I'm building my community here. So yesterday I gained more than 1,500 followers, trying to get to 5K tonight. And apart from that, we are building various SaaS projects. And I want to like niche. I want to like broaden the niche. So maybe we're going to talk more like tech related stuff, AI stuff. Don't know. I'm trying plenty of things at the moment. I'm French tech lead in a British company, but looking to start as a freelance at the end of the year. What's your tech stack? What kind of technologies are you using? So do you live in the UK? Thanks for the follow, man. Thanks for the follow, Elapse. Trying to open my chat in Chrome. No, I'm in Paris working with TypeScript, React, Nest.js, and PHP. And do you want to work in the UK as a freelance? Have you tried React Router? Yes, a few years ago. It's annoying because I can't see the chat at the moment. OneStack versus Expo. Well, actually, Expo is inside. Isn't it using Expo? OneStack versus Expo. Well, actually, Expo is inside. Isn't it? Maybe not. Well, the OneStack is. The idea was good, but it's not gaining any traction, I think. Well, OneStack is. Just quit my 9 to 5, going for integration for ERP SaaS. How to promote and get sales as a solo dev. Maybe create content around your project. As a solo dev, maybe create content around your project. Well, if you have the opportunity to work in the UK, why would you work in France? To work in the UK, why would you work in France? Just trying to connect my phone to the chat. Okay, I think I'm connected. I'm going to be able to see your messages and answer them. Yes, I made it. So we still have 20 viewers. Thank you, guys. So even if the market doesn't look great at the moment, well, the market is not looking great anywhere at the moment. Even if the market doesn't look great, I think it's even worse in the US. The market is not looking great anywhere at the moment. Even if the market doesn't look great, I think it's even worse in the US. Oh, maybe it doesn't echo in the voice because no, now it's muted. Oh, maybe it doesn't echo in the voice because is there like some echo? I'm in full remote in France, actually. Are you getting paid in pounds or euros? Do you have work in SaaS online? Which one? Are you getting paid in pounds or euros? Do you have work in SaaS online? Which one? Maybe I can log out from here. Maybe I can log out from here. Maybe I can log out from here. Okay, there's an echo in the voice, trying to fix that. I have no idea why there's an echo in the voice. I have no idea why there's an echo in the voice. I need to gain, well, right now we are not building anything, we're just talking. Actually, I'm trying to fix the echo on my voice. Talking. Actually, I'm trying to fix the How are you today, Eric? On my voice. How are you today, Eric? Do you still get the echo? Because maybe I can just like switch off the music. Do you still get the echo? Because maybe I can just like switch off the music. Thanks for the follow, 77. Cleaning out my food. I didn't know you had a food truck, Eric. Thinking about selling the business and start fresh. I didn't know you had a food truck, Eric. Thinking about selling the business. What kind of food truck do you have? What kind of food are you making? What kind of food truck do you have? Yes, thank you, Richard. I'm trying to fix the voice. Can you teach me the coding? Yes, thank you, Richard. I'm not a teacher. Content creation. Oh yeah, AI coding, marketing. Okay. Teacher. Content creation. Can you guys still hear the echo? Can you guys still hear the echo? Can you guys hear the echo in the voice? Still getting echo? Should I restart the live? Or maybe if I switch off the music? Can you guys hear the echo in the voice? Not like this, like this. Some delay. The things that I'm using Streamlabs, so maybe it's because of the Streamlabs servers. I don't know. Might be the reason. How are you, Anne? Okay, now there's no echo anymore. Okay, so maybe you can try to grow the viewers count. Do they not have food delivery apps in Sweden? Do you live in Sweden, Eric? I can't remember what you said yesterday. So yesterday we had this 9-hour live stream. Thank you, Anne. We had this 9-hour live stream, so I met quite a few people. Okay, so you Burrito Bros doing catering in Sweden. Okay, I see. So you like cooking burritos in Sweden. And how is the burrito business at the moment in Sweden? Are you concerned about people watching you and copying your work? You mean copying my code? No, code doesn't belong to anyone. Hi, Akli, how are you? Can you guys press the like button so that we get back to 50 viewers? So what app are we building to get to 1 million monthly revenue? That's a great question. Well, I'm working on various projects, but the one I was building live is still the Airbnb. It's like a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers so that they can find more clients. I'm pretty sure Hackley knows these projects pretty well. Thanks for sharing the live, Danilo. It's quite good, but I've done it for a long time. Okay, so you got bored by burritos at some point. We had 70 viewers when you started today, and yesterday 225. Yeah, we should have opened a bottle of champagne actually. But someday the Airbnb project will be live and we'll have users. My extension Blue Dark from Brazil. Hi Danilo. So I'm facing a problem, so it's either I spend the whole time coding live and then I don't have the energy to talk to you guys, or I just talk to you and then I don't have the energy to focus on my work. How are you, Tastes? Thanks for the follow, football coach. We've got a football coach and a food truck business owner in the on the channel. I'm doing great. Tastes Zanjabil. So maybe I should play around with the fancy camera. So Sunday mood is talking or coding. I think Sunday mood is going to be talking about like everything like tech related. We have to broaden the niche, and so Hackley, do you get notifications when I get live? Because you're like always there, or are you scrolling on TikTok the whole day? What is the app about? The app is about it's a B2B SaaS for the real estate space. Well, that's the actual project that I've opened here. Okay, so you get not an in-app notification, but just a push notification. I've been trying to get my algorithm to show me agent content. So I'm working for like a SaaS agency, and I'm trying to grow my own MVP studio and SaaS and IT consulting agency. Do you use AI to code? Well, everyone is using AI to code now. Oh yeah, maybe the algorithm is showing my content to like people interested in this AI stuff. Thanks for the follow, guys. How are you, Loki1760? Shobogenzo. So I added the clickbait title to the live, code to 1 million monthly revenue. So let's say is the goal. So I have two goals. I want to build a SaaS that gets me to 1 million monthly revenue. And I want to reach 5K followers tonight. Building a SaaS is dead with AI. Well, everything is dying with AI, don't you think, Jigsaw? I'm a freelance developer, yes. How about you, Zach and Jake? What did you do yesterday that mesmerized people? So I did quite a few things. I made some like quality espresso coffee live. Like I was like grinding coffee. I was grinding coffee during the live stream and then preparing the coffee with the coffee machine. I don't know. Yes, you can see the coffee machine. But maybe it's too late for an espresso now. Should I grind coffee again and get more viewers this way? So we grinded coffee, we made coffee. What did we do? What else did we do? We were eating fruits live. We were talking about tech stuff and eating fruits. Yeah, maybe my coffee would be ready for tomorrow morning if I grind it now. Let's see if I get more viewers or less viewers, like just grinding the coffee. So here's the coffee. It's never too late for a coffee. Yes, actually it is too late for a coffee, I think. Trying to have a good like sleep quality. Talking tech at the same time. So Anne is like my coach, you know. She's gonna help me get to 200 viewers tonight. So we've got this grinder. It's like a manual grinder, so it's gonna take me a few minutes to grind coffee. Just adding the coffee here. So we are like in a coffee nerds channel, you know. I've put plenty of coffee down. Okay. And then you have to grind it for several minutes. Well, actually, I'm losing viewers, you know, with this coffee content. Yeah, you see. So I don't know. Maybe we have to talk about like how to build a $1 million SaaS company. Maybe that's what people want to do. So we need coffee to start coding then. PHP, no, that's not PHP. I don't know if I should like try the music again. Can you guys hear the music? Maybe I should like try the music again. Can you guys hear the music? Hi Abdullah, how are you? Thanks for the follow, MA USA. Are you watching us from the US? We are building SaaS software here. And we are grinding coffee. Thanks for the follow, Abdullah. We are building SaaS software here. And we are grinding coffee. Thanks for the follow, Abdullah. Okay, so it's echoing every time I put the music. It's annoying. I have to fix that. Are you really watching us from the US, MA USA? Because I'm very curious about how TikTok works. Because most of the time we have, so I'm in Europe now, so we have mostly Europeans and Asians, but Asians are sleeping at the moment. Australians are sleeping, but it's very unusual that we get American viewers. So we've got someone from Miami, that's great. Can you press the like button so that we manage to access the American market? And we've got a person. Are you from New York? Well, I was living in New York a few months back. So you see, Anne, we've got people from the US tonight. Where do you live in New York? Long Island. Work in Manhattan. Okay. Do you take the Long Island ferry every morning? And we've got someone from California, and he's called the Coffee Boy. So maybe how did you end up on the live stream? Is it because I was grinding coffee that you ended up here? Yeah, we have people from the UK. You drive into New York, okay. I would take the Long Island ferry if I were living in Long Island and working in Manhattan. That's maybe that's a like tourist thing. So what are we building? So most of the time we are building SaaS applications. Right now I'm trying various technologies on a project which is it's a SaaS in the Airbnb space. So basically it's a way it's a way to for Airbnb property rental managers to get more clients. I'm doing the same thing as you, but trying to get to 1 billion. Okay, you have nothing to do with coffee. You're not in the coffee business in California. So basically, I have two apps. I have one major, like the main app is a SaaS using Next.js, and so that's the SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. And I'm building like a backend only application with Nest, which is going to be like a scraping bot and a directory building tool to build and deploy web pages around like the best, for example, the best Airbnb property rental managers in Miami is going to be like a way to have like a acquisition and new users on the SaaS. And the way the SaaS is working is that you can, so if you are like an Airbnb professional, like an Airbnb manager in Miami, you can see all the property hosts who are looking for a manager. And if you want to get the contact info from those leads, you have to pay for the contact info. It's not a crazy AI wrapper or like ChatGPT wrapper thing. There will be some AI involved, but just for the scraping tool. Sounds like a complex project. Well, that's a decent project. Who wants to work together? I'm not a SvelteKit user. I'm looking for an associate. Are you French? Yes, I am. How about you, Gabi Soz? What are you using for scraping data? I'm building a scraping bot with a Puppeteer. How do I learn this? Can you use all AI to build it? I'm not using AI. Well, I'm using AI just to write some code, but actually that could look like a Miami house. Definitely. In a way, it looks like a green screen. I know that's what people say, but yeah, that could be a Miami house. Can you use all AI to build it though? Yes. No, you can't build that with AI only if you don't have any like software engineering background. I don't think so. Or maybe a very simple MVP. Are you in Miami? So no, I'm not in Miami. I was living in New York a few months back. What is Supabase? Supabase, it's like a backend as a service provider. It's a database, Postgres database that I'm using. What degree do I need? What degree do you need to do what? To get a job? What's the SaaS? So it's a SaaS in the Airbnb ecosystem. Yes, I'm French. So now we have Caffeine Zip. So there's something around coffee on this channel. Supabase versus Firebase. What do you think, Tony? I started using Cursor. So we've got Coffee Boy and Caffeine Zip. I started using Cursor and O3 to write most of my code. I am a software engineer myself. Started using Cursor and O3 to write most. Yeah, that's what happens now. Like a few months back, people were like, "Oh, I'm a senior dev. I'm not using these crappy AI tools." And right now, like things have changed a lot. Especially in very large companies now, they all have this crazy like Cursor Pro plans, like enterprise plans. How do I get rich like you? Well, if you want to be filthy rich like me, just create content on TikTok and do like these 12-hour live streams that I'm doing. It has made it so I can write apps in days. Yeah, productivity is crazy now. But that's also a problem, you know, like now we have to be like 10 times more productive. So the project is around the Airbnb business. Some tutorials to learn. Well, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube. Without caffeine, we cannot dev. Yeah, maybe that's the reason why we've got plenty of coffee nerds on the channel. Have you tried BitScript? Nope. Thanks for the follow, Lemonio. I used to work at AWS, but now I'm retired and building fun apps every day. Really? You mean retired? Like, how old are you? You're just drinking coffee and building fun apps with cursor, like just prompting, prompting to-do lists with cursor. No, we don't know that, SkyMod. What's the goal of the project? It's like a lead generation tool for Airbnb property rental managers. So we've got a great question from Ghost. Well, actually, it's in French, so I'm gonna translate it. Do you think like a software engineering position is a good way to when translated this way, like to obtain, like to get women? Can you show the UI? Well, I'm not gonna start it now. I only have the authentication running. So do you guys think you should have written your question in English, Ghost? Wait, I'm confused how this compares to a snapshot with Go High Level. Can you guys tell me what Go High Level is? Because I keep seeing it. It's like it feels like a scammy, like pseudo SaaS thing. I don't know. Looks very scammy. Let's check it out. What's Go High Level? Because that's definitely not what we are doing here. Go High Level. It's time to take your agency to the next level. It's like a scammy marketing thing. I don't know. It's a CRM. I think it's more than a CRM. Thanks for the follow. Okay, it's a CRM you can white label, and you can say, oh, please use my CRM. You know, I built it for you, right? That's what you would do. Is there some kind of like affiliate program behind it? What's the business model for it? May I ask which software you are building? Thanks for the follow, Coffee Boy. Happy to have a Coffee Boy following me. What software are you building? We are building B2B SaaS in the real estate space. Thanks for the follow, Chicarito. The thing is that if I start coding, then the live gets boring and we get less viewers. Thanks for the follow. Do you have tips to learn TypeScript? I think with TypeScript, if you know JavaScript, you need it's gonna click at some point, you know, just keep using it. And then it's really hard to get back to JavaScript. Okay, so the project here, just it's inside a monorepo that we initialized with Turbo Repo. Do you guys know Turbo Repo? So let's talk about the tech stack, which is it's a tech stack I'm very used to using. So I'm using Turbo Repo. It seems like everyone is building B2B SaaS or AI LLM wrappers. Well, maybe, yeah. It's quite a popular thing to do those days. So we are using Turbo Repo, we are using Supabase, which is like a Postgres database and backend as a service with a great authentication feature. And I'm going a bit further, which I initialized like the Supabase UI blocks. So now we have like working authentication, like sign in, sign up pages. So we're using that. We're using Tailwind for sure. Not Tailwind Awesome, it's Tailwind CSS. And obviously we are using Chatien UI, which is also what Supabase is using with the Supabase blocks. How long does a project like this take you? Well, it really depends on how far you want to go. Like if you only want like one feature, like a very small, like quick MVP. So my team is Bearded Monokai. This is macOS, yes. What do you mean? I'm ahead of the curve. So yes, I'm using Tailwind, I'm using Chatien UI, I'm using Turbo Repo, and I'm also using, can't remember what we're using actually. Well, for the moment, that's pretty much it. And yes, we are using Next.js. So I don't know to what extent I'm going to use Next.js for the backend aspect of the project. And when the backend gets too deep, I like using Nest.js, which is a Node.js framework built on top of Express. It's like a more like modular version of Express. What's bearded icon? What do you advise a person who has skilled data science and ML and MLOps to become full stack person? How long it takes? Well, what do you guys think? If you have skills in data science and machine learning, then I don't think like building a React application is going to be a major challenge for you. You are building your own backend tools from scratch, while most people just use no-code platforms. Well, that's my occupation, you know. What's yours, man? Maybe we can try to restart it. Resell the no-code agency. What's resell the no-code agency? And apart from that, I'm working on my own like MVP studio. So I'm not selling anything, but if you guys want to like know someone who needs a software engineer or needs a software engineer's team, can just get in touch with me here. You get a video call with me and we can discuss your project. And I'm building mostly like SaaS software, I would say, like automation stuff, like a basic, like like the classic like AI powered SaaS automation software with an admin dashboard and the user dashboard. You could connect a mobile app on top of it. And yes, my favorite stack, I'm just gonna, so if you work like directly with me, because if your project is too big, I might work with other freelancers. But if you work directly with me, usually I would use pretty much the same stack, which is the one I'm very comfortable to use. No more SaaS, please. Yes. Maybe too much SaaS for you, man. Godid. Yeah. Hackley is right. So, but yes, I'm just gonna like show the whole stack, like write it down here. So basically you're gonna call me and you're gonna tell me that you guys know how I can remove that? Don't know. Now I think it's removed. I need to follow like an Excalibur tutorial. So yes, if you guys want to build a SaaS app with me, or if you have a project, for example, yesterday during the live stream, like someone sent me a DM and he told me for the icons, I think it's like a VS Code extension, and it's called material something. Material icon, I think. Material icon. It's this one. Yeah. Material icon theme, something like this. So yes, yesterday I received a message from someone in the UK who wants to build. It's quite a big project. It's like an ERP for a care service company. So basically, he needs like he needs like an admin dashboard plus mobile application. And to build that, I think like my tech stack is quite it's an okay choice. So basically, I'm gonna use Supabase. I'm gonna use maybe just React with or without Next.js. And I'm gonna use Nest.js for the backend. And then I could use like resend for emails, like transactional emails. Do you have? I started my YouTube channel a few days ago, so you can go follow me. I'm gonna upload content very soon. And actually, I'm live streaming. Every time I'm live streaming here on TikTok, I'm streaming on YouTube as well. So you see, when I start talking about like technical stuff, then I get less viewers. So should we talk about, I don't know. So let's finish this technical aspect. For the database, I'm using Supabase plus maybe Drizzle most of the time, or Prisma. And that's pretty much it. And the front end, I would use Shadcyan plus Tailwind. I'm here just to learn how to do those. Okay. Well, yeah, you've got people who want to be entertained. You want people who want to be educated. It's really hard to deal with everyone. Oh yes, and I forgot. So they wanted to have like a mobile application for the workers. So for the mobile, I would use React Native with Expo. So that's the stack, and Expo is here. Like Expo is like a set of tools for building React Native like cross-platform applications using React Native. And if you go a bit deeper, like it would be React Native with Expo and Native Wind. For the front end, for state management, if I have the choice, I usually use Zestens if I need some kind of state management. I like fetching my server from the React frontend with the React like 10 stack React query, because it's great for mostly for caching. React query. So now I'm into like technical stuff and I'm getting more viewers. Expo is overkill. I prefer raw React Native. Well, maybe that was the case. That was my opinion like 2 years ago. But now I use Expo for every single project. Well, I create SaaS for clients as a freelance developer. And if you want to get in touch with me, you can just send me a DM here, or you can also like add me, follow me on LinkedIn, or you can book a call with me on the lastdev.club website. Thanks for the follow, man. I don't know why every time I switch on the music, there's an echo in my voice. Trying to understand. Maybe it's because of the sound. See you, Akli. Maybe I should use this one. And now I can put the music on. Can you guys hear the music? And can you also like is there still like an echo in my voice, or is the voice working well? What's your opinion about ChatGPT to code apps or anything? Is there still like an echo in my voice, or well, you can like ChatGPT or Claude is really like a productivity booster for software engineers. But if you're a complete beginner, you're gonna well, you can it's really hard to build like a production grade software with a ChatGPT only. But if you're a complete beginner, you're gonna. So I have two questions. Can you guys hear the music, the background music? And is there an issue with my voice like echoing, or is it fine now? What are you coding? So we are building the authentication flow for B2B SaaS. Is there an issue with my voice like echoing, or is it fine? Try augment code, guys. It's much better than anything else. You mean, yeah, it is echoing again? Because if it's echoing, then I'm gonna switch off the music again. You mean, yeah, it is echoing again? I don't know why there's an echo. Thanks for the follow, P7. Any tips on how to start? Any tips on how to start? Well, I keep getting back to my like beginner's roadmap, which is I don't know where it is. Yes, that's the beginner roadmap. I don't know if you can see it, because I keep having this question. And yes, it's quite easy to become a web developer as long as you're motivated enough. Augment is much better than Windsurf or Cursor. Just check Augments, and then we get back to the augmentcode.com. We get back to the beginner's roadmap: better context, better agents, better code. $50 a month. Okay, maybe I could try it for 14 days. Can you use any LLM? I guess it looks very similar to Cursor. How does it compare to Cursor? Thanks for the follow, Avon. So let's get back to the beginner's roadmap. So I used to be a bootcamp teacher, bootcamp trainer. So I'm pretty used to teaching to beginners. Actually, we had this roadmap which was very like straightforward, I think. So first of all, make sure you like coding, because coding is not for everyone. And I think the best way to see if coding is for you, maybe go to Codecademy, and you can try the beginners, like JavaScript beginners or Python beginners track. And then if you like it, you're gonna learn how to build functions, create, declare variables, create like for loops. If you like it, then you can say, okay, I want to be a junior software engineer. And then from that, you can learn the basics of HTML and CSS, mostly from YouTube videos. So don't use ChatGPT too much at the beginning. And then after a few hours or days like building HTML and CSS stuff, you can learn like what we call JavaScript DOM manipulation. So basically JavaScript can be used for scripting, but it can also be used for, like manipulate the page's elements. For example, I don't know, on trying to find an example, but basically when you press a button, for example, you're going to catch this event that I'm pressing a button on a page, and then you want to do something after you've pressed this button. And so it can be coded in JavaScript. So learn the basics of that, like DOM manipulation for a few days. Then you could try learning like backend basics, mostly with a framework that's called Express.js, which is like in the JavaScript Node.js environment. That's the easiest, I guess. Like a very minimalist web framework, as they say. Hi Didi, how are you? Actually, I get more viewers when I talk about like beginners stuff, and when I talk about my beginners roadmap. Thanks for the follow, man. Where's the counter? Don't know where the counter is. So you can learn the basics of the like how to build an API. Here's the roadmap. You could use like Express.js. And now that you know how to build like what we call API endpoints, for example, don't go too deep into the backend stuff, but just build like a get or a post endpoints. Then you can connect your backend to a database. And at that time, you're going to have to choose which database you want to use. So you've got plenty of various types of database. Maybe the easiest to start, in my opinion, would be MongoDB. It's what we call the NoSQL database. It's like not as structured as SQL or Postgres database. So you can use MongoDB for free as a starter, and it's easy, and you don't have to worry too much about the data structures, basically. And it's very similar to a JSON object, which is what you're going to use to manipulate data in the JavaScript and Node.js ecosystem. And then now that you have like a basic front end and a database and your server, you could build a small full stack app without ChatGPT. Yeah. So keep like avoid using ChatGPT too much. So this would be like your first months of learning. Keep getting the same messages. Just finishing the beginner's roadmap, and then you can switch to a more like powerful way to build front-end applications. So you're gonna keep your database and Express server, and then for the front end you could use like Vue.js or React.js, and it could take you some time because Vue and especially React is not that easy. So that's another month, and at that point you're able to build a full stack application with a React framework, with a React front end. Sorry. And yes, and that's pretty much it. And then after that, you can start learning TypeScript and like basic like CI/CD deployment stuff, architecture. Well, actually, I wanted to start my project now. So the VS Code team I'm using is Bearded, Monokai. Okay. Thanks for the follow, Mary. So I'm inside my Next.js app. Can start it and see if it's working. If the authentication is still working. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so that's the main page, but I want to go to, can't remember the page structure. Yeah, I need to get to the auth/signup, I think, /auth. That one is not existing. /auth/sign up. Okay, so that's the sign up page. So it's very like Shatsian looking. And I could create an account Can I connect to my dashboard? Thanks for the follow, Dwayne. Where can I find the roadmap? Well, basically most of the time people, they just make a screenshot. Maybe you can make a screenshot. I don't know if you can see it. Trying to connect to my Supabase account since it's all running on Supabase. Thank you for the follow, Andiamo Serpiente. How are you, man? So here's the roadmap, and then you've got the React parts plus the more like mid-level stuff like TypeScript, DevOps, CI/CD. Maybe obviously you can learn like another language at some point. Python could be a good choice. Other backend frameworks, other database, and yes, that's it. So we can try to sign up. So let's say I'm gonna sign up here. So it's all like Supabase auth, which is amazing. Is this on Mac? Yes, I'm streaming from a Mac Mini M4. Python with Django, yes, why not? Or Fast API for backend. Well, actually streaming from a Mac is it's not easy on TikTok. I don't know why, like their TikTok Studio app is just working for Windows, for PC. Okay, so now I received my like confirm your sign up email. And now it's redirected to my dashboard page, which is like the protected, where's the page name? It's here. It's like the protected page routes. So if I go to localhost 3000/dashboard, yes, now I'm connected and I'm on the dashboard page. So I need to build everything. I'm going to use the Chatien sidebar. That's a legendary live stream. What do you mean? Thanks for your support, Angela AUZ. Where are you from? Well, I guess you're French. Full stack Next.js or Next.js plus Next.js as backend with server action is not good. Yes, it's fine as long as you don't have to do like too deep stuff on the backend server. Yes, it's fine. For an MVP, it's more than enough. API plus or Next.js plus API. Right now, I'm trying to build a project using Next.js only, but then there will be and I'm not really using the Supabase like backend as a service features. I'm just using Supabase for the database because at some point you need somewhere to store your data, and I'm gonna use and I'm using Supabase for authentication. Authentication, which is working pretty well now, I think. So I got a sign in, and now I can sign in. I think that was matt123@mailinator.com. Don't hesitate to follow me. I'm trying to get to 5K tonight. Yesterday I gained 1,500 followers. Are you experienced in caching on the front end or back end? Coding till 1 million subs. Code to $1 million monthly revenue, actually. That's the goal. And 1 million subs, why not? That's totally feasible. Oh, you were here for the 9-hour live stream yesterday, man. Thanks for the follow, Jan. How are you? So here's the dashboard page. So now I can sign up, I can sign in. I can also, I have got the forgot your password feature that's working. So I can send reset password email. Where's my email account? It's here. Come back here. So I got my reset your password. Obviously, you can customize all the emails on the Supabase dashboard, but actually my Supabase dashboard is not working right now. So I've got a reset password link here. And I can enter my new password here. Taking some time. Well, I'm great, Jan. Okay, and now I'm back to the dashboard with my. Maybe you can try to implement the. So I'm not going to do like some like super clean front end architecture. Just going to implement the Chatcien sidebar maybe. Don't know if you guys have tried it. It's quite recent. So since I'm in a monorepo, I think I have to install the components inside my monorepo package. Because you see, like the Chatcien components, they're not inside they're not directly inside the Next.js app. They are in the packages folder of my monorepo in the UI package. And they are like here. So if I want to install a new component, I'm gonna install it directly inside that folder. Well, actually, no. Okay, I have to do it inside the Next.js app. Which ID are you using? I'm using VS Code, good old VS Code. What are you trying to do? Well, we're not trying, we're actually doing it. We are building a B2B SaaS using Next.js and Supabase. Okay, so let's install the sidebar component. Okay, so this is the command, actually. Pretty weird the way I'm going to do it here, but it's since I'm in a monorepo, I have to do that. So I have to use this pnpm command inside my Next.js app. So add sidebar. So maybe I should build some kind of a responsive layout or something for the dashboard, but for the moment, I'm just going to add the sidebar to the main like protected routes, protected page. Thanks for liking the live, Mr. Q Harris. Okay, installing the sidebar. And that way we're gonna have a like nice professional sidebar. Yes, the front end is here. Just trying to add the sidebar to my dashboard page. I just installed it's still installing actually. Installing the Chatcien sidebar. Did you finish cleaning your food truck, Eric? Well, actually, we all speak English here. Okay, so the sidebar is installed, so maybe I'm gonna add it inside the inside what page? So inside the protected dashboard page. Gonna import it here. So it's not button, it's the sidebar. And it's not working. Why isn't it working? Did it add the, yes, I have the sidebar component here. On it now. Thanks for the follow, user. It's soothing to hear the stream in the background. Yeah. Actually, I had to switch off the music because I have this echo problem. What are you building? We are building B2B SaaS using Next.js and Supabase. So why isn't there any sidebar component exported from my UI package? It's always the same problem with the monorepo. Sorry, I have to unzoom. Oh yeah, okay. That's the thing with this vertical coding setup. It's, yeah, okay. Can't see everything. So I have to like deal with that. Thanks for the follow, Rocky. Like Rocky Balboa is following me. Trying to get to 5K tonight, but it's not an easy task. So I've got my sidebar here. Thanks for the follow, E. And the sidebar, don't want to make any like crazy mistake. So add the following color to your CSS file. Maybe add this one to the root colors. It's good to be coding again, because yesterday I was just like talking to you guys. I'm struggling so much with this vertical setup. Yeah, okay. Are you getting any revenue from TikTok yet? I think yesterday from like 9 hours of live stream, I got 29 cents, I think, from TikTok. It really depends on how many gifts you get from people, like these roses, you know. And I'm not really, like, the way I'm monetizing my TikTok account is mostly like getting clients, like leads for my MVP studio. Actually, I don't want to have, I'm not looking for the like TikTok money. It's really hard to make like viral TikTok posts in the coding space. So what was I doing? I was trying to add my sidebar here. You don't like the gift system? Oh no, I need to set up like some stuff in the globals.css. Okay, so actually it added all the colors. Chatien is way too smart. And I even have the dark sidebar, I guess. Yes, okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna, okay, I need to import the sidebar provider, and I need to wrap the whole application inside the sidebar provider. So it's going to be the layout here. I'm going to import that from wait. import that from the UI package. Okay, so now I've got my sidebar provider. Well, actually I have a providers file. So I'm going to do that inside the providers file. Plus 200 followers, I saw 5K today, hopefully. Yes, I'm doing my best, but you know, coding is not like the sexiest thing to do on a live stream. Yeah, I'm growing like very slowly. Well, actually, I almost got 100 followers from like a 1 hour of live stream. That's still like a decent count. AI has been useful in troubleshooting and helping me with coding. Saved me so much time. We've got this like amazing French haters. You're free to go, man. Okay, so let's get to the providers file. Maybe we can import the sidebar provider here. Okay, maybe we can try that. Well, let's say what they do is cleaner. We can create like an app sidebar component that's going to use the actual sidebar. So I was on the dashboard page. Maybe I can bro, just use Claude Code. Well, you know what? I'm gonna need like moderators for the things that I created my TikTok account. I didn't create it from my American SIM card. I created it maybe, I don't know, 2 years ago from a French SIM card. So I'm still struggling because the algorithm keep pushing my account and content to French people, like non-English speaking French people. Why do you use TS? It's so weird. Well, yeah. I think using JavaScript would be weird. Thanks for the follow, Axel. How are you? Okay, so tonight I'm coding, and actually we are getting more viewers. That's great. So we are building a 1 million. Let's get some like clickbait comments while coding. So we are building a $1 million B2B SaaS. Almost like no coding at all, just like vibe coding, like following the vibe. And we are like coding geniuses. And the whole project will be live in production in a few hours, maybe tomorrow morning. $1 billion. Okay. Yeah, because again, we are all filthy rich on this channel because we are all software engineers. We work in tech. So I've got my app sidebar component here. Obviously, it's not inside the components folder. It's here. Trying to focus and talk to you at the same time. It's not easy. Tomorrow sidebar still not working. Yeah. This is how we do things. Okay, so I managed to get my app sidebar. And actually I have to put it inside the provider. Okay, so let's get to the layout. Got to import my app sidebar, and I have to put it inside the provider, but the thing is that the provider is not here. It's here. And the provider is here, so maybe we can, can add it here. We're building the most beautiful sidebar ever. So we are building a B2B SaaS using Next.js, Supabase, Chatien UI. I think I have to put it here. And then the sidebar trigger, I think I'm gonna should I put it here maybe? I did it on another project the other day. It was quite straightforward. Thanks for the follow, Stefan. How are you? Okay, cool. And can we get back to the components? Okay. That's not a ChatGPT wrapper at all. Actually, that's not a very AI-powered application. And here's the sidebar. Okay. Okay, and let's get this like more. So I need to import all these sidebar items from the UI package in the monorepo. I need the header. Nope. Gonna use their items. Okay, and then let's see how it goes. Do we have like an error here? Oh yeah. Which icon are they using? Is it like Lucid React? I guess. Yeah. So let's install npm install Lucid React. So Carolina just joined us. Can you tell us more about the project you're building? I just joined. We are building a B2B SaaS in the Airbnb sphere, like space. It's like a tool for Airbnb property rental managers to get more clients. So it's like a full stack Next.js app. So hopefully the icons are working. Yes, we made it. Okay. And then the cool thing with the Chatien sidebar is that you can like have like more complex ones. Like I don't know, the other day I was using like these sub menus. Don't know how they call it. Could use like a collapsible. You could do stuff like that, or also, obviously you can add a footer, you know, with the like the user account. Yeah, a very great component from Chatien. Yeah, I gained 100 followers in 1 hour, I think. I'm not going to do a very long live stream. Like yesterday, I had a 9-hour live stream. But tonight, I'm just trying to build some of the like the front end for the SaaS, and then I'm gonna stop the live. So we've got the sidebar running. What should we do now? I don't know. Maybe I should build some kind of do they have like with Supabase UI, do they have like user accounts? So I think that's the difference between Supabase UI blocks and Clerk. Maybe I don't think I saw like a user account thing, you know, like do I have like this like, logout button, or do I have to build it? Current user avatar, social auth. Okay, it's gonna fetch the user data and show an avatar. But isn't there like a very easy way to display the user data? Okay, well, actually, it's still. I think there's still like work in progress at Supabase around these UI components. Don't really get TypeScript, I guess. Either you hate or love it. Just seems pointless. That's what I mean by weird. Well, I would say if you think JavaScript is pointless, it's either you're not working like on very big like production grade projects. I don't know if you're a software engineer actually, but obviously yes, at the beginning you don't really understand why you would bother with the typing stuff. And I think you get like it's gonna click after like several years of coding. I don't know what kind of experience you have. But it's really hard to work without TypeScript after a while. Yeah, I know that you're saying that TypeScript is weird. Yeah, in the end, the browser is just reading JavaScript. But TypeScript, it's like, I don't know, it really helps like building stuff. So we have no, okay, I have to get the, well, actually I can get the user data. So I forgot how to use this command, but basically with Chatien UI, you can just I'm just gonna open Claude because I can't really focus now since I'm talking to you. So I'm gonna like build some kind of a dashboard shell. Thanks for the rose, Farid. Appreciate it. What are you building, bro? So I'm building a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. It's like a lead generation platform, and I'm using Next.js and Supabase and Chatien. And right now we are playing around with current user avatar. We are playing around with the new like Supabase UI library. So it should add the component automatically. And the component should be called what? Current user avatar.tsx. Okay, so it's still downloading. Okay, so we've got the component that's ready. Okay, so it's either going to display the user avatar or the initials. So apparently it's fetching the user data. I didn't see it. Yeah, okay, it came with hooks like use current username, use current user image. So maybe I'm gonna like use Claude to rename that to use current user data or something like this. The things that I didn't give for the moment, the sign up is very simple, so I didn't even add my first name and last name. Time to hook directly to the spaceship computer for maximum output speed. What do you mean? I'm just trying to use Claude to like get a better component, like more complex one. And here's the like I'm gonna just give Claude the logout component, logout button. Because what I want to do is just a basic like user account component with the user first name, last name, and avatar. And if there's no avatar, I want the initials, and I want to add the logout button. So let's call it like current user profile. I think, yeah. Current user profile here. Okay, and I need to install the drop-down components. I forgot the Chatcien, because the thing that I'm using Chatcien, but inside the monorepo, so I need to use that command, that pnpm command. And I'm installing the drop-down. Drop-down menu or drop-down, I don't know what the component is called. We are building a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. Drop-down menu, okay. So that they can find more clients. So it's called drop-down dash menu. Thanks for the follow, CMN user. Okay, so now it's installed. So all my UI components are in the package, like inside the monorepo. What's a SaaS application? And Bilal is answering a usable solution in form of an application. Well, actually, a SaaS, it's like a cloud-based software, and you don't buy it; you just like kind of rent it. It's based on a monthly or on a monthly plan or an annual plan. And most of the time it's running inside the browser, just like, for example, Canva is a very, very popular SaaS application. So I've got my new like current user profile components. And I'm gonna, maybe I should add it inside the sidebar, which is here. And I should add like a sidebar footer. Like the sidebar footer, it's like right after the sidebar content. Okay, and then I can add my current user profile, the things that this component is not existing because I didn't call it that way. Yeah. And now we should have like the user avatar inside the sidebar in the footer. Yeah, okay. You just need to translate because Claude like created like French speaking buttons. Doesn't look very good actually, but yeah, let's say it's enough for the moment. Well, I still think that Clerk is more, it's more like more straightforward. Because then with Clerk, you get out of the box, you would get like all these user profile components. Whereas here I have to build it with a Supabase logout. And since I have to build it, it doesn't look very good. So obviously there's no avatar, which is completely normal. I don't know if you guys can see the components, which is here, like at the bottom of the sidebar. Maybe I should add like a condition. Because right now I'm trying to display the user like first name and last name, but the things that we don't have it. Thanks for the follow, Etienne and Sirena. So since we don't have the user first name and last name, I'm just trying to display the user email address. Just refreshing the page. Because here I can see the email address, so why isn't it like displaying it? Is it getting the email address? So we are building a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. It's like a lead generation platform. Hold on, I'm just gonna get back to the dashboard page because right here I'm displaying the user email. Okay. Okay, question, are you French? Yes, I'm French. How about you, man? Yeah, we've got quite a few French viewers because I created my TikTok account with a French SIM card, even though we speak English only here. Current user profile, okay, it should be better now. Let's try it. Nope, still no email address. That's weird. I should be seeing the email address since I'm seeing it here. Why is it like... Have you worked with Firebase? Yes, like a few years ago I was using Firebase pretty often, but now I'm more on the Supabase side. How about you, man? Thanks for the follow, user. So why is it displaying the email address here on the dashboard page? Data.user.email, and why isn't it displaying it here? I think I'm going to use this project as a like as a SaaS boilerplate. So I'm going to try to make like the cleanest setup for the whole, like I already have this like sign in, sign up pages, log out page. Where are the pages here? Login, sign up success, update passwords, forgot password. I've got an error page, confirmation page. And I also have all the associated components. So I need that, and then I have my middleware. I got my protected dashboard page, which is here. Inside that page, I've got the Chatien sidebar, which is working now. And that's a great starting point for any project. I'm gonna build the user profile settings components and page as well. In a way, I'm gonna copy what Clerk is doing, and I'm gonna make this boilerplate as generic as possible. Maybe make it open source so that anyone can use it, because the stack is great, like very modern. Okay, so let's start with this version of the current user profile component. There's something weird going on. Can I see your login sign up so I can compare with mine? What do you mean? You want to see the code, or you want to see the front end? Because the front end is very generic at the moment. Basically, it's just, well, actually I should hide the sidebar. I was just trying to use it. So here's my login components. I think I forgot my password. I think this is the email, and the password was no. So I have to use the forgot your password feature. Can't remember which email I've put. It's matt123@mailinator.com. Okay, I've got the reset password. Okay. Okay, so we're back to the well, on that project, I'm not validating the form data for the moment, but usually I would use React Hook Form or Zod. What is Nest.js used for? So basically, I'm building a full stack Next.js app, but the thing is that at some point I'm going to build some kind of scraping bot, and it's going to do some deep async stuff on the backend. So I want to have an actual API, which is why I'm going to use Nest. Okay, so I gained more than 100. I think I gained like 115 followers tonight. Yesterday I had like 1,500 more followers. So hopefully tomorrow will be the next milestone, which is 5K. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna stream the whole day again, because I'm working on a SaaS boilerplate for my projects. Like I'm gonna be able to use it for various clients. Thanks for the follow, Kukurak. So Nest.js, actually, it's like a Node.js framework. And hi, Candy, how are you? It's a Node.js framework. It's like a Express on steroids. Much more professional, in my opinion. No, there's no microservice architecture for the moment. And actually, the Nest.js server is not even installed in the monorepo. I only have this web app for the moment. And I've got a few packages here, and mostly the Shatsian components package. I haven't used Cloud Code for the moment. Thanks for the follow, Kota. What do you use in setting up your monorepo? That's I'm using Turborepo. Have you used it? What are you using to vibe code? I'm not a vibe coder, but I guess the best vibe coding tool is Cursor or Lovable, maybe. Yes, Nest is a backend framework. Backend only. Maybe we can initialize the Nest server in the apps folder inside the monorepo. I'm going to stop the server because I'm not very productive at the moment. So let's add. So I'm going to get back to the monorepo root folder. You're not worried about people building your ID? No, not really. The things that this ID, I think the most valuable part of it, actually that's the Nest, that's the backend. I mean the scraping tool and the way I'm gonna market the project, much more than just the actual code. Actually, my goal is to, and I'm gonna work on that tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna do this 12-hour live stream again tomorrow, And actually, I'm gonna right now I'm like building the boilerplate for like any SaaS, I think, like any production grade SaaS inside the Turbo repo. I've got my Next.js application. I've got a Nest.js app. I've got a ShadCM like shared package among various apps. So I'm going to make it as generic as possible with authentication, maybe with some kind of Stripe payments. So I'm going to set up like Stripe webhooks and stuff like that. And then once the generic boilerplate is like good enough, I'm going to really focus on my app, like my features. So I don't really care about sharing my code, to be honest. What database are you using? I'm using I'm using Supabase. So yes, we wanted to initialize a new Nest application inside the monorepo. And I'm gonna call it API, I think. Thanks for the follow, Petkov. Bro is 24/7 live. Thank you, T-Rex, for the support. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. Yes, I'm not streaming 24/7, but I'm streaming like the hardcore way at the moment. Yes. At the moment, I'm getting like around 100 more followers per hours live streaming, so that's pretty cool. How are you today, T-Rex? Where are you from, T-Rex? I forgot. And actually, I'm a bit scared about using too much like 11 Labs voice during the live, because yesterday I had a drop in my viewers count when I started using my AI TikTok assistant, you know. But yes, maybe having just one voice read by 11 Labs, like one sentence read by 11 Labs, like I'm building a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers so that they can find more clients. Maybe it should be read by 11 Labs so that I can keep working on it. Okay, so let's try this pnpm command to initialize a new API app inside my Turbo repo. So it should create an API folder inside the apps folder. So which package would you like to choose? pnpm. Are you using Cursor? So someone is asking if we are rich doing that. Well, I am filthy rich, man. Are you in NYC currently? Not at the moment. Are you using Cursor? No, I'm not using Cursor. I'm using VS Code. So apparently the API app is here. Yeah. So the Nest.js server is created. So we will be also working on that tomorrow. So right now I've got two apps in the Turbo repo. We've got a web app, which is actually a full stack Next.js app with the world famous app folder. And we've got an API, which is the Nest.js app. If you're vibe coding at 3 a.m. while a raccoon judges your indentation style from a dumpster, how many jelly beans does it take to merge a pull request? I'm going to ask that to Claude, because that's a very deep question. Thanks for the follow, guys. So maybe Claude could answer this question. So here's your answer, man. Claude is much smarter than I am. Do you go to gym or workout? I used to go to the gym, but not at the moment. No, I'm not using Versal AI SDK. Okay, so the sidebar is working. Tomorrow we'll keep building the whole SaaS boilerplate with authentication, Stripe webhooks. I'm gonna create the whole structure for the API, and also like create the whole like dashboard layout, since it's mostly a dashboard based app for Airbnb property rental managers. And I'm not even gonna sell this boilerplate, I'm just gonna share it. So it's gonna be open source. Okay, so the chat is very quiet tonight. So maybe it's time to go. Which is your favorite country which you have visited? I would definitely say India. I spent 2 years in India. That's my favorite country. Definitely. How about you, EMP? Why India? Because it's like the best country as a traveler, because it's so big. It's very cheap, and the food is amazing. People are amazing. Culture is amazing. Okay, so India broke nightmare for me. I don't know, maybe Germany. Okay, or France. Well, you should visit like more exotic countries around Asia. I don't know. What's the difference between React and Next.js? That's an amazing, deep question, man. So Ryan is asking what the difference is between React.js and Next. Well, React is just like a front-end library. That's what it's supposed to be. So it's like just a front-end library, a JavaScript front-end library for building UI components. Whereas Next.js is on another level. It's more like a framework, which means that it's For example, it's a way to build like routing in your front-end React applications. And Next.js actually is even going like deeper, since it has this like backend features. Okay, thanks for the follow, Cruz. I think you're the last follower for tonight. What happens if I keep streaming like this for like 5 years? You call React API? No, maybe you didn't understand my French accent, maybe. React API, I don't know. What AI software are you using? I'm just using like Claude LLM, like the good old like Chat GPT style. Yeah, I think that was the explanation. Maybe we can ask Claude, because he's much smarter than we are, we humans. Okay. Answer this question as if I were a 10-year-old kid just learning how to code. What is the difference between Next.js and React? What you're using for database and why? I'm a Supabase like hardcore user, so I'm really used to it, and I like using like a JavaScript ORM like a Drizzle or Supabase with it. So yes, that's what I use most of the time. Oh, you called your React application. Wait, let's see what Claude is answering first. So what's the difference between React and Next.js? That's a great question. Think of it like this: React is like having a big box of Lego blocks. React is really just about components. It didn't have to get like so complicated, you know. You can build really cool websites with these blocks, but you have to figure out how to put them together and make them work. And Next.js is like having that same box of Lego blocks, but it also comes with an instruction manual, some pre-built pieces, and even some helpful tools to make building way easier. Here's the difference. React is just the building blocks. Yeah, that's what React is. That's pretty much it. You use it to create the parts of your website that people click on and interact with, like buttons, forms, and moving pictures. And Next.js, it takes React and adds lots of helpful stuff on top of it. It's like having a super powered version of React that makes your websites load really, really fast. Yes, there's like some rendering optimization, helps organize your code so it's not messy. Well, that's what a framework does. Like it gives you some kind of like a structure, and it has built-in tools that do boring stuff for you automatically. Makes it easier to put your website on the internet for everyone to see. Oh, it's very talkative. It's like kind of like the difference between getting a bike versus getting a bike that already has training wheels, a helmet, and someone to teach you how to ride it. That's a great analogy. So we were not that far from the ultimate answer. So Ryan learned React and Express to work full stack, but Next.js has both backend and front-end support. Yes. Actually, if you're using Next.js, you don't really need to have an actual API like Express. So the SaaS is it's a B2B SaaS for maybe I'm not going to use 11 Labs tonight, but tomorrow I'm just gonna because I keep repeating what I'm building because everyone is asking the same question. So tomorrow I'm just going to build a very small app with one button, and I can just press it, and it's going to use 11 Labs API to say, we are building a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. to help them get more clients. It's like a lead generation SaaS for property managers in the Airbnb space. Thanks for the follow, Aid. Thanks for the follow, Stark. Well, the explanation was really well formulated. Express.js for working deeper than the already made instruction on Next.js. Yes, exactly. Are you streaming on Twitch? At some point I will be streaming on Twitch. I'm just checking. I think I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment. Yes, I have one viewer on YouTube. I'm going all in on TikTok, but maybe if you want, you can follow me on YouTube, because at some point I'm gonna start creating videos on YouTube, I think. But YouTube is too serious, you know, you have to edit the videos. It's very time consuming. I don't know what kind of format I can build. I really like live streams. Maybe I should start streaming on Twitch. I don't know. Because Twitch is more around gaming, isn't it? Well, editing is easy, yes, as long as you have time for that. So we are not vibe coding actually, but how the leads are generated, that's a great question, Gabby says. Well, actually, that's why I'm going to build another app, which is like a more back-end oriented application. So basically, so the challenge is not to get the B2B users. I mean, the Airbnb property rental managers, it's going to be easy to get them, because as long as I have a lead, you know, they're like crazy about getting a new lead. So the challenge is to get the lead, which means the contact info of a property owner in Miami owning a nice pool with villa in Miami, let's say, and who's looking for an Airbnb property rental manager. Are you going to upload this live stream video? Well, actually, if you want to, I think each live stream is uploaded directly on my YouTube channel. So the challenge is to get the leads, the property owners. And to get the property owners, my strategy is going to be some kind of programmatic SEO. So basically, I'm going to start building several directories, like the best property rental managers in Florida, let's say, or in the US. Maybe the US is not the best example because the country is huge, but let's say in the Florida, the state of Florida. So it's going to be www.floridarentals.com. And then I need to add some data on this website, and I'm going to build a scraping bot, which is going to scrape data from Google Maps mostly, and then it's going to scrape the website data from each property rental manager in Florida, and it's going to create some kind of static React Next.js static page with the summary for each single Airbnb property rental company in Florida. Each company is going to have its own page with contact info. I'm going to query OpenAI API to summarize, I don't know, the features for this company. And then it's going to be on floridarentals.com, and it's going to be on Google. And basically, people are going to visit this directory since they're going to Google Airbnb property rental manager in Florida, let's say. And I'm talking too much and I'm exhausted at the moment, just like yesterday evening. So so we are talking about lead acquisition. So basically, like people are Googling Airbnb rental manager in Florida, and they're going to end up on this directory, and they can also access the SaaS for free as like property rental managers. Like you can compare these professionals in your area. So you can just fill in a form, like upload pictures from your villa with a nice pool in Miami. So apparently I've got someone who can help me with the SEO part. Yes, maybe at some point I'm going to need some like kind of SEO experts, but I'm more into programmatic SEO. So that's how I'm going to get the leads, like the people who own a house and they want to rent it on Airbnb. And as soon as I have one lead, then even if the lead like is not properly using the SaaS, I have his contact info, and I can just like call every single Airbnb property rental manager in Florida, and I can say I have like someone who has an amazing villa in Miami, and he's someone like you to manage his property. If you want his contact info, you can sign up for free on the SaaS, and pay for the contact info. Thanks for the follow, Aztec TikTok 06. So the name of my team is Bearded Monokai. That's another question that I have like regularly. But the owner needs to be visible. They need to have a visible website still. No, they don't need any website. They're just Googling for like Airbnb property rental managers in Miami. And actually that's also another way, because I need to get leads on both sides in a way. But on the property rental manager side, I'm gonna, so the scraping bot is gonna like create these directory pages, and I can just then cold or cold email these property rental managers and say, hey, we just created a page on our directory. We're like listing the best professionals in your area. If you wanna, maybe on the SaaS, they could also like update some info on their page, and you can sign up for free. We are hosting the page for free for you. And when we have a lead for you, and if you want the lead, you have to sign up on the SaaS, and you can just buy the lead. And that's pretty much it. It's no like genius ID, you know. It's just like a lead generation SaaS in a specific niche. Maybe you could do that in any niche, I guess. I think it's based on the like the main brick is the directory, like lead generation aspect. You need to build. How long to learn coding? What do you guys think? Maybe 3-4 years is enough. Yeah, but how do you find the owners? They will Google Airbnb property rental managers, and you can also do like some Google ads on this keywords. I didn't understand the goal, but okay. And actually the goal for this project is to build a SaaS boilerplate. The owners will find the either the SaaS directly or the directory pages, because they will be like very like SEO optimized. How to find remote job for the first time? Well, what kind of job? Like software engineering job? Maybe in 2025, the best way to get a remote job is to create content on social media, whether you like it or not. And actually, if you guys want to follow me on LinkedIn, because I'm quite big on LinkedIn, much bigger than TikTok actually. I'm building a crypto explorer. Okay, so tell us about your crypto explorer. Oh, you know what? Like a few months ago, I did a TikTok post around how to build a Web3 authentication on a mobile, like on a React Native mobile app. And yesterday I had like a message from TikTok saying we just deleted your video because you're talking about crypto or like finance. but the video was just about like the technical part of how to set up a MetaMask authentication on a React Native app. So yes, so I don't know if it's a good thing for the live to talk about crypto. Yeah, but a few years ago, there was like plenty of crypto content on TikTok, I think. So I'm just going to be standing for a while because I don't like sitting all the time. Yeah, TikTok restrictions are, don't know. That's annoying. And sometimes I had restrictions because I'm drinking water. Maybe they think it's alcohol. Why not talk about crypto? Yes, that's what we were talking about. The thing that TikTok is like, I don't know, there's some kind of restriction around crypto on TikTok. Can you be my friends? We're all friends. Where are you from, AXB? Thanks for the follow, Ragnar Wolf. So the goal tonight was to get to 5K followers, but we didn't make it. Too optimistic, too ambitious. I send you a Shiba. Thank you. Thanks for the follow, proof of work. So the Bitcoin protocol is following us now. Yeah, if you guys like some people that just like this, they spend hours watching my stream and they still don't follow me. Thanks for the gift, man. But you know I'm filthy rich, so I don't need any gift. Why is the side of IPK? It's too much after building it using Expo React Native and to minimize. No idea. Maybe you're using way too many libraries. That's the thing with React Native. It's all about like performance optimization. But I still one Shiba is still better than nothing. How and where you structure the code? What do you mean? How much money do you make with all that? With the crazy TikTok money? Like TikTok streamers are getting filthy rich with TikTok money. That's how I bought this fancy camera. Well, actually, one lead. I don't know what your question is about, but the things that how do you monetize this SaaS? It's pretty simple. So I'm gonna sell leads to professionals. So if you want the contact info from the leads, you have to pay for it. And in this space, it could be. It doesn't even have to be in the US, but in Europe, it could be maybe like 500 euros for one lead. What the add-ons you have on Git that helps you code? Do you speak French? Well, I think I'm speaking in English at the moment. Why you don't use React Query? I might use it, I'm not sure. It's going to be either React Query or Server Actions. If you get enough followers, you can get money by advertising software or other. The only way I'm monetizing my TikTok presence is that I'm a freelance developer, so it's a good way to meet clients. And actually, I'm launching my TikTok MVP studio, TikTok-based MVP studio. I'm launching my SaaS MVP studio and mobile apps studio. And yes, that's the way I do it. So I don't need TikTok money, to be honest. So right now we were working on the dashboard page and the dashboard layout for the SaaS. So I think tomorrow will be the time for 5K followers. Thanks for the follow, Shobi1. So are you an Anunnaki? Can you? Yeah, I forgot about this theory. What's an Anunnaki again? So like some crazy conspiracy theory. Anunnaki. Anunnaki. What the fuck is that? Tell me about this theory. The Anunnaki are figures from ancient. Well, they actually existed. Okay, yeah. So apparently these figures, they existed. And then they became the center of various modern conspiracy theories and alternative history claims. Keep going, guy. We will support you. Thanks for your support, Robcode. Is it the first time you're watching the live? I don't know. I wonder, because I'm getting... Like yesterday, I did a 9-hour live stream and I gained 1,500 followers. So I wonder what would happen if I was like live streaming all day for 6 months. Just like a 9 to 5, like rat race job, you know? What would happen? What are you building? We are building SaaS software here. Now ask him about Goetia and Grace and Kabbalah, please. That's plenty of forbidden words on TikTok, I think. So what does an Anunnaki look like? We want pictures. We want like these crazy conspiracy theories pictures. Do they look like giants? Like giant beings? So as you see, we are exploring plenty of topics on this channel, pretending that we are software engineers. Did the Anunnaki create the human race? We could watch the YouTube video. Didi the Anunnaki, yes, you're right. Didi the reptilian created the human race. Tell me about your preference for coding environments. What does the app do? It's a B2B SaaS for Airbnb property rental managers. we are building B2B SaaS software here and mobile applications. So there's another thing I need to work on. It's so since I'm trying to like grow my MVP Studio business, I was thinking of creating maybe like an affiliate or referral program. So basically, if you get me one client, like if you know someone who wants to build a SaaS or a mobile application or any like AI automation product with actual coders and not vibe coded or lovable built projects, then I'm happy to give you like 10%. So I'm not selling anything, but I'm just like growing my personal brand, talking about conspiracy theories and how to build production grade SaaS softwares. Thanks for the gifts. TikTok money is arriving finally. What do you think of AI and the future of programmers? That's another thing I need to add to my 11 Labs AI TikTok live assistants, because that's a question that I keep having to answer. Well, I think AI is going to destroy plenty of jobs, and not only in the tech space. What you send, you receive. That's deep. Well, AI, yes, AI is gonna destroy much more jobs than it's gonna create. Thanks, Alekota, for the support. Okay, so I think we've had enough for tonight. So I see you guys tomorrow. What kind of computing jobs AI can't kill? Can you tell me? What kind of jobs in general AI can't kill? Yes, so I see you next time. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do like a very long live stream and keep building the SaaS boilerplate. So see you tomorrow, guys. And if you're not following me, please follow me, because I'm trying to grow to get to 5K. See you next time.